I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. Joining me now is Forbes senior editor Dan Alexander. Dan, thanks for coming on.
Sure thing. Thank you for having me.
This is another case, the second time you and I are talking, when someone was supposed to testify in this trial. They ended up pulling out at the 11th hour. This time it's Donald Trump, the former president. What happened?
Well, Trump went on Truth Social, his social media network, last night and announced in an all caps 3-message statement that he was not going to be on the stand today. This makes some sense from a legal perspective. There really wasn't much that Trump was going to gain by testifying. But of course, he doesn't always think about things from a legal perspective. Sometimes he just likes being in the spotlight, likes getting the megaphone, and likes making the case in this particular suit, saying that the judge is biased against him and the AG doesn't have a case and all that sort of stuff. So it limits his ability to do that. But on the bright side for him, he doesn't have to worry about perjuring himself, and he can make all sorts of statements, many of which are not true, on social media and not have to worry about perjury laws there.
You are the reporter to follow when it comes to this case. You've been in the courtroom for the last 2 months. So personally, what are your thoughts about this?
Well, again, from a legal perspective, it makes a lot of sense that he's not on there. Truthfully, you could have argued that he shouldn't have testified in the first place. Although in a civil trial, the judge can infer negatively upon people not testifying. And so they wanted to avoid that. Now, having backed out, who knows how the judge is going to weigh all of that. This judge has already, in testimony that Trump said on the stand, said that he found the former president to be not credible. So we don't know that he would have believed anything that Trump was saying anyways. He sees this case fundamentally as a documents case. There certainly is enough documentation to view it that way. And I don't think that Trump getting up on the stand and saying, for example, that Letitia James is biased against him is going to tip the judge one way or another.
Personally, if I was on the stand and a judge said I was incredible, I'd be sweating a little bit. But as you noted, it's not illegal to lie on social media. It is, however, illegal to lie on the stand. You noted that he has lied on the stand before. So what are the chances that he's going to be charged with perjury for that, if at all?
I think any time that somebody is considering whether or not to launch a lawsuit, particularly a criminal one against Donald Trump, there's a high bar. And although he was not telling the truth on the stand, I believe that he knew that he was not telling the truth, although that's a harder question to get at. I would be surprised in this case if they tried him for perjury for his statements on the stand, simply because really you're not going to take a case against Trump unless you've got everything sort of perfectly sewn up. And it's very, very material. It's very clear that they were intentional lies. It's very clear that they were false. And so I'd be surprised to see, somebody conclude, okay, yes, we have all of that here, and let's go forward and press charges. However, that doesn't mean that he wasn't lying on the stand.